Hi, folks. Pastor Chuck Blair here, 10 minutes of morning calm, and great to get back to this. I want to say, first off, thank you for all the folks who reached out as we weren't able to put these up for a couple of days. And today will be a normal format with a couple little shifts to it. And I wanted to share, a couple little statements as part of this. And this is just an opening statement with today. We've been away for a few days. Welcome back. Today's 10 minutes of calm will follow our usual format. After we respond to social media comments, I have a brief statement to share at the end. And so that's what we're going to do that today. Brief thought that I'm going to sort of conclude on. So today what we're looking at is this idea, folks, of the potential in us all. And it's a beautiful idea. And again, it's so fascinating watching how this gets set up in Manuel Swinburne, who wrote this biblical commentary. The way he sets it up is fascinating. And he set it up in looking at Noah's Ark, and we think of that as floods and real deep challenges we have in life, and oftentimes we don't see them coming, and sometimes we do. But there's these floods, right? We've all been through them, and it's fascinating. All this time he's getting set up on like, yeah, this is what was happening. This is what it means to get ready for a flood. He's constantly interjecting these little short chapters, and that in and of itself says a lot. 3 times he's there. Yep, this is what's happening. Here's a chapter on joy. This is what's happening. Here's a little chapter on joy. This is what's happening. Here's a little chapter on joy. And then as we're just about to hit the flood here, he's like, this is what's happening. Here's a little statement on community, a little short bit of community in which he talks about the potential in us all. And it's a beautiful concept. He talks about it from a heavenly perspective where everything kind of fits together like beautiful puzzle piece that God has created. And that idea, like, that we each have that place, we each have our bit to play. And what is that bit to play? Like, what is our script? And it comes down to 2 beautiful things. It's the potential, as he said, a potential around mutual love and faith. Like, that's what the potential is. So you think about that, folks. You think about like the orchestra and the different instruments and the harmonies, and the idea that all of us have that idea of an instrument, and we're given a certain tune to play, and that certain tune that we're given to play is one that's where we're given a unique form of mutual love and faith. In other words, a way to be a deeply loving person, and a way, faith, I think, is in trust, like this deep trust that God has it. And these different perspectives kind of like swirl together almost as this orchestra in the round. God engineers that, like that. We don't, and thank goodness, because how could you put all that together? And it's significant, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's powerful. And then it closes with this line: no one's life is ever isolated from the life of others. Wow, that's beautiful too, right? That we're really never an island, that we're always within these communities of care. And for some people, granted, I have a dear friend on our sermon writing team, and he's like, yep, I'm the world's biggest introvert. Like, he's not like, hey, I gotta have a big community. Other people are more, hey, I gotta have a big community. So it's not about turning the introvert into the extrovert or anything like that. It's knowing that we have to honor all of our places in there. We have to honor it all, and honor the potential in all people. And that's interesting, right? Because think about it. This is coming right before he talks about a storm, right before God in the Bible talks about a storm. A storm is unleashed. And just to know, yeah, we just have to see in everybody, see with great love, tenderness, care. We have to see everybody through that. And when we see everybody through that, we start to see the potential of life, which is to create more and more loving relationships, and the potential in life to create more and more kind of this bedrock faith. And it's not, don't think of faith like as 5 belief statements per se, but think of it as that deep, rich, like, I just know I'm being held by God. I just know that. I can feel it. I can trust it. And human beings do a lot of wonderful stuff when that happens. A lot of stuff that isn't easy gets done through that place. And there's a wonderful holding that I think we can settle into more and more over our life here on this earth. So that's the thought for today, folks. So just for today, just see the remainder in us all. The potential in us all. I'm thinking what's going remains would be another way to say it from a Christian New Church perspective. But to see the potential in all people in all situations, and that's really important. See the potential in all people in all situations. What's that potential? Potential isn't that we get to avoid the storm, though that would be nice. The potential is that through all these things, we will come out the other end with hopefully more mutual love and more faith in God's holding through it all. So that's my thought, folks, and I hope that makes sense. And what we're going to do now we're going to ring the bell, do a little meditation. After we do the meditation, we're going to do a little prayer. After we do the prayer, I'll do a little blessing. Then we'll make some comments on social media. So with that, friends, let's get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends. So let's take a look here at what we have going today with folks. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of practice. I should have had that pulled up, ready to go, and see if there's any comments there. And again, our apologies for not being on it for a little bit there. All right, just hold on. We'll get this. We'll get to this eventually. There we go. All right, little commentary for this morning. Rita writes, good morning, folks, and good morning to you, Rita. Always wonderful to have you joining us. Linda, good morning to you, my dear friend. I hope you're doing well. Martha out there in the Midwest, I was thinking about you with a little gardening this weekend. Sherry, good morning from the Outer Banks. And Sherry, I'm sure you're a little warmer than we are here. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy, and I hope you're doing well. Patricia, great to have you joining us this morning. And Jean, wonderful to have you as well. And I realize a lot of folks will probably be watching this archive, so I just appreciate that. And this is it's a closing thought. It's real brief. It's real succinct. And I'll read it here because I want to make sure I say this right. Our family is currently going through some challenges. What we ask for is simple prayer and gentleness at this time. Feel free to text me directly, and my text number is 215-740-3662. That's 215-740-3662 with any questions you might have. So that's the final thoughts and statement I wanted to make today. So folks, take care. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Look for the potential in us all. Bye-bye.